Other news, Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro paid his first visit to St. Lucia, bringing a message of solidarity and economic prospects. The South American leader was greeted at the George Charles Airport at VG. Moving away from the trappings of the official agenda, President Maduro spent a few minutes interacting with a group of Venezuelans who are resident here. And moving on to the official residence of the Prime Minister at VG, President Maduro made a press statement where he cited the need to consolidate and expand projects that have proven successful.
In the social area, we need to give priority to education to our children. In the cultural area, the communities, the young people, and they work with them. We need now to create an economic team whose task will be to further investments in and trade in the area in order to foster the economies of the two countries and in the zone of Petrocaribbean.
Es tiempo de la solidaridad.
It's time for solidarity.
Es tiempo de la confianza y la unión.
Time for trust and unity.
Es tiempo de compartir el trabajo y los esfuerzos.
To share work and efforts.
Y querido primer ministro Kenny Anthony, cuente con todo nuestro apoyo, nuestra hermandad y nuestra solidaridad permanente.
And dear Prime Minister Kenny Anthony, you can always rely on our support, our brotherhood, and our solidarity.
And Governor General Dame Paulette Louise welcomed President Maduro at the government house, at which time she thanked him and his government for their support and investment in St. Lucia's youth.
And a lot of the projects, particularly if I recall the El Sistema project, and in fact it is such a wonderful initiative, and it has done so much for our young people, for the School of Music, particularly for young people in our after-school program. So it really gives them something to develop their skills, and I think they come particularly from rural or not necessarily urban, but the after-school program, so that they develop skills. And I think it is such a wonderful opportunity and such a wonderful initiative. So, on behalf of the School of Music, of which I'm patron, and all the youth of St. Lucia, thank you so much.
President Maduro reiterated his government's commitment to St. Lucia and the wider Caribbean, indicating that there was room for improvement in relations.
In some places, we can see how the health and education projects are much more advanced, whereas in other islands we see energy and the economy moving faster. The idea is to make sure that all these projects together could move forward at the same pace.
Y estar abierto a nuevas oportunidades que se abran.
But always being open to new opportunities that could show up.
The Venezuelan leader said his country's connection to St. Lucia is beyond diplomatic ties.
Jean-Baptiste Bidot, one of our great founding fathers, come precisely from St. Lucia.
Es uno de nuestros libertadores.
One of our liberators came from here.
Murió muy joven.
He died at a very young age.
Muy rápido.
And he died very quickly.
No pudo ver toda la victoria que dio Bolívar después.
So he was not able to witness the great victory that Bolívar achieved.
Fue gobernador en una región grandísima del oriente de Venezuela.
He was governor of a large region in eastern Venezuela.
Cuando los primeros años de la lucha de la independencia.
During the beginning of the fight for independence in our country.
And at a special sitting of the St. Lucia Parliament, President Maduro proposed the creation of a high-level commission between the two countries for the 2017 commemoration of the bicentennial of the martyrdom of the great Caribbean and Latin American patriot, Captain Jean-Baptiste Bidot. Jean-Baptiste Bidot was born here in St. Lucia in 1780 and from 1811 participated in the War of Independence of Venezuela under the orders of Simón Bolívar and General Santiago Marino. President Maduro said that Venezuela sees the Caribbean as a zone of peace, prosperity, and shared development in this time, and he wants to continue to build ties, projects, and policies that bring the peoples closer together. The Caribbean should have a new integrated productive economy and should become a great zone for the movement of economic investment.
Only the unity will make us free.
Solo la unión consolidará nuestra identidad y nuestro derecho a la independencia.
Only unity will consolidate our identity and our right to independence.
Solo la unión permitirá que nos presentemos frente al mundo como un bloque de esperanza y de fuerza.
Only through unity we can present ourselves to the world as a block of effort and hope.
Meantime, Venezuela has announced that its state-owned oil company will buy a 25% stake in West Indies Oil Company and that it will establish a regional bank with the Antigua and Barbuda government to fund a new resort. The announcement came during a visit to Antigua by the Venezuelan president, who was on a whirlwind weekend Caribbean tour that included stops here in St. Lucia, Suriname, and Grenada. He met with their leaders to discuss economic and social development initiatives. The Venezuelan officials said the regional bank would finance the new Simon Bolivar Resort Hotel and other development projects using resources generated by the Petrocaribe program, which provides low-cost oil financing to Caribbean and Central American countries and interests in social development projects. Executives at Venezuela's state oil company, Petróleos de Venezuela S.A., said the purchase of a stake in the West Indies Oil Company was just the beginning of joint investment between the countries. The Caribbean nations visited by Maduro are members of the Petrocaribe program, which critics say has lost effectiveness with the drop in oil prices. Last March, Barclays analysts estimated Venezuela had cut the program's daily oil shipment in half to 200,000 barrels from 400,000. Maduro defended the program, saying Venezuela is looking to increase cooperation with its Caribbean neighbors. Petrocaribe is a reality and it is our starting point, our foundation to build a powerful economic zone, Maduro said. Stay with the CTV News. We'll be back after the break.